Hello again, everybody. Welcome to episode 7 here of my Road to Master Ball series YouTube videos. And we are back with more ranked double battles here. Last time, as you guys can see here, we got just over the cusp we needed to hit Ultra Ball tier. And we're going to be shooting for Master Ball tier here in the next couple of videos, hopefully. The season ends on the 31st, and so that's what we're going to be going for. But let's go ahead and jump into battles here and see if we can find some opponents. For those of you who've been watching the series so far, that last battle was something else. It was a tooth and nail fight to the very end where Torkoal ended up being our MVP of the match, picking up a double KO on the very last turn where he was about to die. So, we've got our opponent here. It looks like they're running a rain team. So, let's just start with our Trick Room. We'll bring Torkoal to reset weather. And Right Hyperior. Because who doesn't love running a weakness policy Right Hyperior into a rain team, right? Should certainly be interesting. But good luck to my opponent. I wish I knew how to pronounce that name, but nonetheless, let's get into this and see what we can do today here. Alright. Gigalith and Mimikyu. Okay. Now here's the interesting thing, is Mimikyu has the possibility of setting Trick Room. So I think what I'm going to do to scout is I'm going to Dazzling Gleam, which should break the possibility of my opponent's Sturdy on Gigalith, and it'll break the Disguise on Mimikyu. And then I'm going to Follow Me on Indeedee. And if Mimikyu sets Trick Room, then I will have the advantage. Okay, Swords Dance. It is a Swords Dance Mimikyu. That was unfortunate. But the Disguise will break. And we'll see what the Gigalith does here. I'm always afraid of these things. Rock Slide? Okay. The last time I came up against a Gigalith, it used Explosion on me. Alright, so let's see if I can set Trick Room here. Before Hatterene dies. Now, unfortunately, because of that Rock Slide, there is a good chance if I don't... I won't be able to KO it here. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Gigalith is faster than my Hatterene. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to... I'm going to Earth Power the Gigalith, Dynamax, and Max... You know what? We'll Max Flare the Mimikyu. I'm unfortunately in a very precarious situation here because of the amount of damage that Gigalith was doing to begin with. And I'm assuming it's going to be faster than my Torkoal, so I don't know if Torkoal's even going to get to move. For some reason, my opponent continues to try and use Shadow Sneak even though Psychic Terrain is out. I don't know if they're paying attention to that. There's the Rock Slide. Torkoal manages to hold on. Okay, thank goodness. So here's the Earth Power, which will take out the Gigalith. I get really, like I said, I get really nervous when I see Gigalith, because the literal last time I saw one, its very first move was Explosion, and it completely wrecked me for that match. Alright, so there's the Pelipper. And the Ludicolo. So here comes the rain. So I'm going to take the advantage here, and I'm going to have to Heat Wave. Torkoal's not going to be able to do much here. I'm going to Max Flare the Ludicolo, because it's going to be neutral damage, and it'll reset Sun. And it looks like, I'm assuming the Ludicolo is the one that's being Dynamaxed here. No, it's the Pelipper. Okay. Not what I would have expected to see Dynamaxed. Mostly because Pelipper could use Tailwind and set up the Ludicolo. And I just lose this match. Because it is physically not possible for Torkoal to... Yeah. I lost this match off the very first turn of predicting my opponent using Trick Room. And sometimes it's like that. You know, there's not much you can do there, but just kind of learn from your mistakes. And honestly, you know, like, there's even not much to really learn from it, because of the fact that Mimikyu runs so many different sets that you can't really know specifically what it's going to do. But nonetheless, we're going to brush ourselves off, and we're going to get to the next battle. That be how it goes sometimes. Alright, our opponent is rank 10 and Blair. Blair, what are you running? Okay, so that's a Galarian Weezing. Obstagoon. I'm seeing a lot of dark types as well. So Hatterene, Indeedee. I'm going to bring Conkeldurr. And Torkoal. Alright, let's see what we got here. Ba-ba-da. Sableye and Excadrill. Okay. So Sableye can run Fake Out. Because there's no enemy Weezing, Psychic Terrain will hit the field. Mold Breaker. Let me look up Mold Breaker here real quick. Because I need to make sure... Let's see. Ignores abilities. Okay, so it ignores abilities, but it doesn't ignore moves that redirect. That's what I wanted to make sure of. So we're going to Trick Room, and we're going to Follow Me. That was the one thing I had to make sure of. Okay, there's the Iron Head. That was expected. There's Foul Play. And there's the KO. Good job, Indeedee. You did exactly what you needed to do. Like, You know, I always think about when I play this team that, you know, it kind of back to that conversation of if Pokemon were real. This poor Indeedee's literal job in battle is to faint. And I'm like, man, you know, you would have to pamper that Pokemon so much just because of the terror of what it's supposed to do in battle. And it would know. Like, it uses that one move and just conks out for the rest of the match. Alright, so I'm in a good position here because I can use spread moves with Trick Room up. Torkoal's protected by Squash. I'm not familiar with that move. That was a really big eruption. Alright, let's see what Quash does, because I'm not familiar with that. Forces the target Pokemon to move last in the current turn. Gotcha. Okay, neutralizing gas. So that shuts off Drought and Magic Bounce for me. So we're going to Psychic the Weezing and Eruption for just general damage. Not saying that, like, I need to have Magic Bounce up here, but Galarian Weezing's usually pretty tanky. And if my opponent Dynamaxes that Pokemon, then I want to make sure that we've got enough damage to take it out. Okay. We'll see what how much damage Torkoal does here. Okay, so we would have taken out the Weezing, but we'll take out the Togekiss instead, which is okay. It still makes it 3 versus 1 here, so... Sludge Bomb into the Hatterene. Yeah, we're good. Using Black Sludge, okay. And I don't recall my opponent Dynamaxing at all. So, I don't know if they'll try to Dynamax this turn and, like, max guard. But, either way. Well, there's the Protect, so that waits out another turn. Get some more Black Sludge recovery there. Unfortunately, they'll probably get a KO. Yeah, there's the KO on my Hatterene. But then I'll be able to bring in... who'd I bring? Oh, Conkeldurr. Not really the best for what's left over, but he'll make do. I guess we can just Dynamax and... There's really not a good move here. I guess we'll just Max Knuckle. Max Knuckle and Eruption. Because even with resisted moves, it should still be enough to take out this Weezing. I don't know if it's going to try to go for a double protect, but we'll see. But that's kind of why I Dynamax, because I wanted to make sure that even if it does protect again, or in this case, Dynamaxes finally, that hopefully we'd be able to do some damage to it. I have to commend my opponent. They're doing really well at, like, stalling out the battle, but unfortunately, Torkoal happened. So good job to my opponent. Wasn't a bad battle. It was a pretty decent one. So, but that nets us another win in our record. So we are now 16-4. Nope, don't want to check the other team. Continue battling. Alright. So we're back up to where we started at the beginning of the video because we lost one and now we won one. So hopefully we'll get another win here and be able to continue on towards the Master Ball tier. Lewis Lowe. Alright. What does Lewis Lowe have? Oh, let's see. Well, we faced off against a Sableye last time. So we're going to want that Psychic Terrain on the field. I don't necessarily want to bring Sun because of that Charizard. But Torkoal is just so powerful. So we'll do that. Because Torkoal will be able to take care of Excadrill, Whimsicott. It'll be able to take care of Rotom Wash with Solar Beam. It'll do a massive amount of damage to Sableye and Togekiss. And then I've got the Rhyperior solely for the Charizard, in case it becomes a problem. So we'll see what my opponent comes up with in their team selection and what the battle's going to bring us. Alright, Lewis Lowe. Let's see what you got there. Show me your moves. Oh, we're even in the battle tower. I like it. So, Rotom and Togekiss. Okay. So, Psychic Surges go off. There's so many different moves here that can happen. But we're going to Trick Room, and we're going to follow me. I'm going to trust my instincts here and not try to overthink myself. Looks like this is probably an offensive Togekiss, so they're probably going for the Max Airstream, I would assume. Oh no, it's the Rotom. Looks like they're going for a Max Geyser, maybe? Trying to set weather. Okay, there's my follow me. Max Lightning, okay. So they would rather have Electric Terrain than Psychic Terrain. So I'll have to remember that Electric Terrain is in effect instead of Psychic Terrain. Togekiss used Heat Wave. Alright. Hatterene used Trick Room. Alright, so Dazzling Gleam and we'll Psychic the Togekiss. Mostly because it had the spread move. Okay, there's my opponent's Dazzling Gleam. Takes out Indeedee. It's probably going to be a double KO. Yeah, but you know what? That's okay. We can make this work. So we've got Rain and Electric Terrain on the field. I'm going to be bringing in Torkoal and Rhyperior to basically clean up. This is also going to reset the weather to Drought, which is going to be in my favor. Dynamax, Max Rockfall, Rotom. Actually, yeah. As much as I don't want to do this, I can always reset the weather to sun. Because I can't use Max Quake against the Rotom because of Levitate. So I have to make do with Max Rockfall because I don't think Max Flare will actually KO it, even with the Eruption. But we'll see. Okay, that's fine. Togekiss became the center of attention. There's the Eruption, which should take out the Togekiss, which means I will be able to freely attack the Rotom. So, it works for me. Perfect. Okay. Whew. Managed to swing things back in my favor. Alright, let's see what my opponent brings out here. Okay, there's the Excadrill. And Sableye. Okay, so I have to remember that... Oh, that's a problem. Okay. Yeah, that Excadrill needs to die. Yeah, we'll just use Eruption again. Psychic Terrain's not in effect, so I can be quashed by the Sableye. Excadrill's got Mold Breaker, which will ignore my Solid Rock ability, which means it threatens my Rhyperior. Yep, there's Quash. That actually works out for me, because that resets Sun and allows my Eruption to be even stronger. So my opponent actually helped me that turn. Unknowingly, but they still helped me. And then here comes the Eruption. And Sableye's KO'd. Alright, good job to my opponent. I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Especially after the poor performance of the start of that battle, but we managed to swing the momentum back in our favor with a couple of choice picks. And, yeah. We've got a bottle of calcium for it, too. That's nice. Alright, so let's see where we got to now. Update rank. Probably haven't gained too much from where we started, but we'll see. But as always, thank you guys for watching these videos. If you do like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you click the bell to get the notifications for all my videos that I upload. You can always check me out live on twitch.tv/Griever84. I stream during the week and on Saturdays. But thank you guys for watching. We are up to halfway through rank 10 of the Ultra Ball tier. We are 17-4 as we update our rank here down below, as you guys can see. But thank you guys for watching. Have a good weekend, or have a good week whenever you watch this video. And as always, GG my Guardians. We'll see you guys next time with more Pokemon ranked battles.